What's up, guys? It's Mr. Jamvet, and today we are back on the Pokemon Showdown server for some Uber Sunday. Shoutouts to Shuriken. We're gonna get right on into it. So, Uber Sundays have been tradition, probably the longest running tradition since my old channel before it got hacked, like since 2015. 7 years about running. Back, I think maybe the last time I was truly consistent. No. There was a period right before the release of the new games. Actually, excuse me, I got pinged today, got gut checked. They're like, yo, Jam, where the uploads at? And that's funny because it feels like it's only been a day or two, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'll get to it, and I don't get to it. And what's great about this is that I actually want to. It's not like, oh, I don't feel like doing it. I'm actually like, man, I need some fun teams everybody's posted that I want to try, and I just don't get to it. Phase one of starting, then losing track of time, I'm gone. So I've set up systems to ensure that, okay, this time of day I'll just record all the time. You're built into the schedule until I get back into the swing of, oh, I'm daily uploading again. Super weird how habits are. Like, I got a habit of not uploading. Insane. Like, what the fuck? But I'm gonna pause till we find the game. Uber Sunday, baby. So I missed this good old tier, man. Super weird, man. Like, you actually want to do the thing, yet it's not weird if you understand how habits work. But all your things that you don't do aren't always due to a lack of desire. It can be desire there. You just have to. Okay, you have to break the initial pattern. So it's going to be a learning process for me as I reacclimate. I got an air balloon. I'm Sleep Talk Xerneas. I'm going to guess that's for... I'm not sure. I'll find out though. The reason I say not sure is the air balloon part, and it's not like Calm Mind, it's aromatherapy. So it seems to be sort of self-sustaining, self-healing, which is fine. I just don't know why it's an air balloon. I'm trying to think of a type, like a ground dragon, that would be, it's just hard wall by this. But unless Groudon these days are running, like dragon ground coverage. Yeah, but opponent can't guard well against Ho-Oh. Once that toxic, that Lugia, it's a GG. So GG. My evil toll has to be kept at the utmost for all things. My Groudon is max attack SD. That's looking fun. That's really dangerous to him as well. Sacred Fire. So I guard really poorly against his Groudon, so I want to be mindful of that. So phase one of destruction. How do I deal with this Groudon? Phase one of destruction is going to be my own. He does lead with Groudon, so homie is aware enough, even though we're in the 1200s. I am going to play this game with him. Primarily because, yes, while my Groudon is devastating to his team. Okay, he crashed 40. Should do it, KO still. Yeah. His hurts. Jeez. I'm not stone edging here. I knew I'd miss. That's such bullshit. Like, that was such bullshit, man. That matters a lot, because I don't easily KO this. But he did show that he's. I don't think my Ho-Oh one shot, and they definitely won't one shot from there. Moonblast probably will. Yeah, just because Xerneas, no investment, is still a Xerneas. I knew he'd stay in because he stayed in with. So that's a pretty whack. It would have been useful for this very Necrozma, because I'd be at, when he killed me, I was at 25 and I had leftovers. So would have been a favorable spot. But on the out chance there are no heavy duty boots, interesting. That foul play, no. This guy is a set up and go kind of guy. Gotcha. Let me cool you down, buddy. I know you were feeling yourself. A hole is really important, so if he stone edged there, that would have been devastating. I don't really have alternatives to this. What the fuck? He needs timid stone edge. I mean, +2. Right, of course. I actually should have expected that. I don't know why I expected to outspeed him. Yeah, your boy got destroyed game 1. The thing is, I don't think +2. It just depends on what his item is. If it's weakness policy, yeah. So I'll get full parrot here or dodge. Nice. Knockoff sucker does 93. Knockoff 86. 61. Yeah, I'll just sucker. It'll kill him, and I know he's gonna attack me there. So Veltal being alive is like huge. My whole being gone is a big deal, but the Stone Edge miss helps a bit with the Groudon, because again, it would have been a very different game if Groudon was alive. I wouldn't have played his Necrod, like the +2 neck, depending on what it was though. I mean, I guess it could have technically still outsped my Groudon. I gotta be careful of Dragon Dance Necrozma. I never thought about that. So I said, considering my max special defense, there isn't much to lose here. This is essentially the freest Thunder Wave of all time. I'm gonna Rocks first, primarily because if Yveltal comes in, I don't want that Thunder Wave. I want that Toxic. And the young Toxicer Yveltal himself, I mean Eternatus himself, punishes that swimmingly. And now we get forced on Rocks, yeah. So Eternatus is boots as well. So I'm guessing that's the new wave. As you cannon again, I'm sure. Yup. I'm just gonna Iron Head here. Again, we're gonna lure that Yveltal in. So considering he has U-turn, I'm gonna recover once more. I could just Toxic here. I think he has Defog. Either way, if he U-turns out, now I'm at a position where if he comes back in, I'll just assume what you Flamethrower. There's no double he can make. I mean Mystical Fire, but there's no double he can make that will get him any real leverage. Yeah. So you can Mystical Fire. You just wasted a ton of them. I'll just Iron Head again until he gets to the point. Boom. Now you gotta go for the healing move, right? I didn't want a Thunder Wave when I turned. He went to Yveltal. Although, you know, in hindsight, Yveltal is turning out not to be that big of an issue, particularly now that Xerneas. Now this is paralyzed, so Xerneas can come in and just eat his lunch. So we're gonna Iron Head and just flinch down to death. Cause I'm wasting Iron Heads here. Oh, I'll fish for the flinch this time, or the para. If I get it here, I'm good. 33%, 34. I don't need my Iron Heads. So now we're in a grand position, because now it's Toxic. You can't come back in on, because I haven't shown Toxic, so he just thinks that, oh well, you know, you're just going to U-turn off all the way, or you're going to just heal up, because this is likely max Podes. So now we're in full control. We're in full control. Yep. And this Lugia, I wanted Toxic a long time ago. So he's going for the no, that doesn't matter anymore. Like literally all I needed to happen was if Yveltal get Toxic, Lugia get Toxic. Now Xerneas. Watch this. Yeah, shout outs to why can't I? Shout outs to Shuriken, man, with the young aromatherapy. Y'all ain't ready for this, man. Y'all ain't ready for this. Man, I'm gonna flinch you. I'm gonna flinch you down. He's getting frustrated. When you go Calyrex on a dang, you're frustrated. You're a frustrated guy. You're a frustrated guy, bro. So, fortunately, that Necrozma didn't eat my lunch. Where the fuck did that even come from? Eat your lunch. Who came up with that shit, Jam? You need to get yourself right. So we're not gonna choke here because that Calyrex certainly could do the job. So we're not gonna get any random Ice Beam Toxics or anything of that nature. And so we still have points. Nice. As we continue our search for more battles. Ooh, I am pumped. Guys, you should feel the tension, not tension, the excitement, the adrenaline. That's the word I'm looking for. The adrenaline rushing through my body in this moment. Because I don't know what it is about Calyrex Ice. It's always been my favorite of the two. It's just something about it, man. It's just dope. And then Trick Room as a whole in Ubers. I love weird shit in Ubers. So, you know, I liked the Tapu Koko's Bandit Zekrom or Choice Scar's Zekrom. Nothing was more satisfying than getting out both strikes. Like a team like his would have made my day, buddy, as they say. So, Not gonna lie, I don't have a super structured game plan considering I'm still figuring out. I don't have a sweeper necessarily. I have like heavy hitters with no sweeper to build the objective around. What I can say is that Necrozma guards against everything on his team except that Kyogre, and I think Eternatus would have, kind of. So I mean, I'll deal with that kind of. Not really. But I think with Sun Plus, if I can weather control a bit, plus Eternatus, I should be able to gut check that T-Tar, that Kyogre. Just thinking the worst case scenarios. The worst case scenario would be Kyogre lead, and it's slower than me, gets the rain and just spouts. Well, I'd want it to be in on something that it has to spout versus. So I'm gonna actually Necrozma here, primarily because I figured this would start. If I can get the flinch here, I know he's sashed. I'd have to ho-oh. I'm gonna Iron Head again here. He does Shadow Ball. I guess it's would have drop. That's tough because now that Ogre comes in and it's a bloodbath. My Groudon is devastating once it SDs, so I'm not gonna waste it here. My O is also super devastating, but I just don't know if Yveltal can take two. I mean, I'm an Eternatus, so whoosh. Yeah, we need that Spadef. Alright, so somebody needs to go. It can't be Eternatus, or else he Trick Rooms and just spouts through me. So that was a big misplay that turn, because he gets a kill and then he gets a kill again. No, he doesn't. He won't get a kill again. He gets a kill here, but I'll go Groudon and then switch back to Eternatus and recover. But that was a big deal just now. The question is just who I want to give up. Actually gonna give up Zern. Hurts my heart to see it evaporate like this. Jeez. And so now we position back as he Porygon 2s. I think he did that, not sure if he's slower than me or not, or something. I trick room into whatever he does, because he's gonna teleport or trick room this turn. I'm gonna toxic the first turn, because I know he's gonna trick room here. He shouldn't have anything that can KO me, or he's gonna teleport right. He can't go to Ogre. Rex Ice sucks. Rex Ice definitely sucks. But I think the combination of having a Ho-Oh Necrozma. The question is, do I want, like, because if that Melmetal starts double iron bashing away, that's an issue. 3 turns. But with the Sun up, I'm actually Gucci, even if he SDs. Because I get to Morning Sun here. What? Oh no, that one-shot me. I'm so used to the EVs of where you can take that, especially with the Prism Armor, which reduces super effective damage. So if I knew that, I would have just went to Ho-Oh and then pivoted back, because I knew he'd ground move. But I kind of knew. I didn't know guaranteed, but so I need to set this up in a way where I can't lose, because I'm gonna have to lose another Mon here. So who would be that guy in the end game, or those 2 Mons in the end game? It'd have to be what? I could go Vel here. Sucker. Like low-key, I want Vel in the end game, but I think with Eternatus, I won't have to worry about Cresselia. So I'll get the Sucker Punch damage. If he's weakness policy, it's irrelevant. Give him the Glacial Lance. Go to Ho-Oh and BB. That would have died either way. Now this forces Ogre to not be able to come in. So the question here is, because I can Brave Bird here on the Trick Room turn, then I pivot to Eternatus. No, then I pivot to, Or I could go Eternatus on the... Man, he played the Trick Room. Like, so the biggest mistakes where I didn't expect Kyogre to 2-hit kill me because I'm used to being able to take 2 of those. I noticed that it didn't have as much SPDF, but I didn't remember how much SPDF it needed to take 2 Water Spouts. So in that case, I was supposed to go hard Xerneas, sack that, and it would have been a very different situation. I also did not expect Necrozma to die from high horsepower from there, because I think usually they're Fizz Def. Back when Xerneas, not Xerneas, the fairy dog, you know what I'm talking about, the fairy dog, Zacian. So I'm used to the Zacian calc, and that right there, if I just pivoted back and forth, I would have wasted Trick Room, and I would have kept my Necrozma alive, and I would have been able to get up rocks. All huge deals. So I'm BBing here. I can't stop the TR, but I need to get him to a point where maybe I can decimate his team in the end. I have to position things to where the Kyogre can't just come in and do what it wants, because the Kyogre is the biggest issue. The Melmetal's Bash might 2-hit kill my Ho-Oh. And this is another calc I know nothing about. If it does, then what do? I have to sack Groudon? Because I just can't stop. I have to hope I live too. That's what it's going to come down to. I cannot live too. It's very close. He's Life Orb though. Groudon. Yeah, I have to play this around well. So I'm gonna take. Actually, that's perfect. That's actually like best case scenario. So I get to SD here if I get it out. Oh my fucking god! That if I SD'd there, I might have won. Now I'm not sure because I have to Heat Cry. If I SD'd there, like now he gets to go to Crest for free. Oh, that's a big flinch, man. And there's nothing I can do about it. I'm gonna go Ho-Oh on. So I figured, okay, if he goes Crest there, he can't be serious. If I forced Kyogre in there, the Trick Room wouldn't have been up. So that's the Melmetal. The Melmetal not dying there actually just lost me the game. Melmetal was the only thing that could deal with my Eternatus. So had I, because if Kyogre Ice Beam locked, my Ho-Oh could take 2 at the range of health it would have been at. So I actually won the game there, assuming I hit my moves, but that's life, you know. So now he gets to go to Crest for free, which super lame. That's super lame. He goes to Melmetal. I didn't think he would, because again, if he went to Melmetal there and I Mystical Fired, he lost. Like if I Mystical, I should have went for the choke though. Cause it he wouldn't lose because he'd have the Kyogre Ice Beam to spam because my Ho-Oh is gone. So I actually won that game, all given the horrible start. But hey, it is what it is. So yeah, the opponent really could have. I guess he figured I wouldn't expect Rock Slide, but I saw the Life Orb, so I figured he had something like Thunder Punch or something like that. So my goal there was, even if he went for Double Iron Bash again, I'd go Groudon, take 1, then pivot back to Ho-Oh and take 1, which would have ended the Trick Room. If he ended the Trick Room, then my Ho-Oh is in control because it can get another KO there. You don't know what I'm going to go for. If I Brave Bird and you go Kyogre, you lose it, which is a big problem. If I Sacred Fire and you stay in, you lose the Melmetal. If I Earthquake, you lose both. Or either will get destroyed. If I got the Swords Dance off on my Groudon, I would have just Heat Crashed on the Melmetal turn because it would have just killed him from the range it was at. If he went Crest the next turn, because Melmetal being gone means Eternatus is running wild, so he'd have to get up a Trick Room with the Crest and then sack it to Lunar Dance up Porygon, and then that would be wasting more Trick Room turns because if he uses the Lunar Dance on Kyogre. But actually, I think the way Lunar Dance works, I don't know if it works like Healing Wish, but if that's the case, then he could have healed up back to Porygon. But that's irrelevant because Porygon is never getting past my Eternatus 1v1. So the moment Melmetal would have died, he would have lost the game. So that's just me narrating that to help y'all understand just the sequences there, regardless of the outcome itself. But I'm learning, getting back into the swing of things. Those miscalcs definitely made it harder than it needed to be. But I could have easily just calced it, so it's my own laziness. I'm still not going to calc shit here. We're going to head calc. I don't feel like doing all the extra stuff. We're not high enough on the ladder to where I care. We're just going to ride the wave here and have some fun with it. Necrozma, incredibly. But I think really between Necrozma and Yveltal and Xerneas is Fizdef. I don't think the opponent can ever win this game. And I'll show you why. That's going to be the title. This opponent can never win this game. And I'll show you why. And here's how. Joey's been putting me on the wave, jeez. So taunt me real quick. Destroyed. Unless you have Endeavor. Again, there's just nothing. The only thing he could do after this is go to Calyrex. I mean, he could go to Yveltal too. But because my Xerneas is such a wavy set, it just does not matter. It just does not matter. Let's see. I think he's gonna double, but yeah, just doesn't matter. Well, I guess it matters now because I don't know if this triple axle could do it kill my Xern. Either way, we're gonna go Dustmane first. He's SD'd. Is it beat up or something? I guess I could. I was just talking shit about the opponent has 0 chance. But again, because I'm so used to defensive Necrozma, I'm not sure if I die here. Especially if he's Life Orb. Let's say I die. I feel like I might have to run a calc. Got max defense Xern. I'll be at 88. The triple axle may do me in. What did I have in just now? Yveltal. Yeah, there's no way I could have. I was gonna say, what would I have gone for? That would have stopped him from SDing. Nothing, unless I had a U-turn. If he's Life Orb, he wins. Which is just a phenomenal setup and a learning lesson. So we're just gonna Iron Head here. This dude's crazy. He's not. That's actually the best play. If he has Ice Shard, I lost. So he was Sash. Which means, okay. Did not see that coming. I'm gonna blow. I can't bluff Choice Scarf. The question is, does Ice Shard kill the Yveltal? Because if not, I'm just not gonna go for Ice Shard. Well, I know what I'm gonna do. So I need this. I'd rather keep this. What would I not need? I don't need the hoe anymore. So knock off. I'm gonna go hard Yveltal and not go for Ice Shard. I'm not go for Sucker Punch. If he doesn't have Ice, what would he have? Why would you have +2 and not have Ice Shard? You're Ice Sharding. Okay, it didn't kill. Whew! Yveltal's. You're probably like, jam. You're +4, +3, or +4, whatever it was. Ice Shard not killing. Yup, didn't kill. So nobody goes straight Calyrex. He doesn't think I have Sucker Punch. Yeah, I figured. Not like it matters, because this shit's about to eat my lunch. So I need young Xern, and if he has, Xern has to take this hit. So this is still a doozy of a game. It's gonna be very close, because I'm gonna have to take an Astral Barrage here, which I won't enjoy. I won't die, but I won't enjoy it. And I have the speed to outspeed. So like Xerneas would have shut down Rayquaza and Yveltal. Now those two are running loose. Let's say weakness policy. Because I could rest, and if he's DD, he's going to do what he did to the last. Like, he's going to do what he did. The same shit's going to happen from the last time. So I'm thinking if I go... I rest and he DDs twice. I kind of have to go hard Groudon. Just thinking if it's worth. Yeah, I have to just get this heavy blades off. Okay. This matters because I don't think Necrozma dies. So I sack Xern here. That was a big hit I got off there. So he has to Sunsteel Strike. And I get to Iron Head here. Now, this does open up Ray. Again, I don't think I died. Oh yeah, weakness policy. I definitely died. I'm tripping. I forgot he got a weakness policy boost. Yeah, I'm a dead I'm a dead guy. I am out of my mind. So actually, Groudon probably wouldn't have died to Sunsteals. No, no, no. We're weakness policy. Yeah, I lose. Um, the the Weavile the Weavile sequence. I didn't respect the Weavile enough, and that's what costed me that game. Um, and you can see the difference Stealth Rocks makes. Let me record how much Precipice Blaze. Okay. You can see the difference Stealth Rocks made. The Weavile keeping its sash and the Necrozma not dying. The thingy keeping its sash. So 2 L's in a row. 2 avoidable losses, to be fair. But we're gonna just continue to win. Yeah, that really caught me off guard there. Focus sash, huh? Well, those are those teams that okay, this guy's a little higher up. I mean, for Uber's higher up. So this stuff I'm a little more familiar with. Like the last stuff is like I don't know what the fuck's coming. That team wouldn't work twice. That's usually the downfall of those style of stuff. It's like, okay, work once, I know your sash, then your strategy's sort of nullified. Not as much with this because the team is so Weavile weak. Like I don't have any speed. So if it outspeeds Sucker Punch, like with the Ice Shard, then it pretty much destroys me. Though, you know, your spear experience and skill usually overcomes players like those. So versus Aerodactyl, I just handle it differently. So his Weavile can't set up. So for example, I may just start off with Necrozma. Because what ended up happening? He went to Calyrex, then doubled. So in a case like that, I would just go to my Ho-Oh instead of going into my Veltal. And I would have done that initially had I expected the Weavile to be sashed or to be Swords Dance. So that wouldn't work twice. And in this one, because he has a Weavile and because Focus Sash is a possibility and all that, I'm going to expect that since I've learned from the last game that I'm Weavile weak. And let's see. I really don't know what to expect here. Still much I don't know about these sets. I'd imagine Slurpuff is not the so let me think. He'd Sticky Web. If I don't burn him, he gets to Endeavor for free. If I EQ, gets to Endeavor, then gets to go to whatever he wants. If I do burn him, he gets to free Kyogre. I'm just thinking how I plan to defeat him. He's faster than me. Probably should have Earthquake there, because me banking on the burn is like, if it works, it works, because now he's gonna feel comfortable going to Kyogre, because he's just gonna. Well, I mean, if you're 1500 in Ubers, you should know that, because I saw that Eternatus on the opposing team having heavy duty boots, so the assumption would be that I have it too. I mean, he could just hard Ice Beam. So it goes to the Drillster, which implies rocks. So he's willing to sacrifice Drill for rocks. Fair enough. Rock Blast, interesting. Okay. So we'll Heat Crash here. You never go hard Kyogre here, because I don't want to waste the Precipice Blade. Rock Blast. Does the Sticky Web matter? No, it doesn't. The rocks matter. I'm thinking whether or not the defog is priority or any, you know. So now I Swords Dance to prevent Cloyster from feeling super comfortable, because I just don't know if the Cloyster could beat my Necrozma. I don't know enough. I'd imagine not, but you know, you never know with these things. He might double shell smash or something. So we're gonna Swords Dance. I know he's gonna go for that, but this again forces him not to be able to go to Cloyster. And it is interesting that low-key my win condition is the damn I have not shown Precipice Blade, but I mean, it would be very silly to go to your... I have leftovers, so I can take 2 more Earthquakes. I'm going to Precipice Blaze this turn if he's stupid enough to go straight Kyogre. Thinking he's going to get away with trying to sneak that Kyogre in. Because if he does get it in, I lose a lot of leverage. In the sense that I could have killed it versus doing Heat Crash and doing what? No damage. Yeah. So, well, it would have been a roll. I thought I'd do 36 against him. I'm at 38. And I'm only at 38 because he did more than I expected. So this Yveltal's purpose for the remainder of the game would likely be to kind of low-key check this Marsh. He does Spectral harder. I didn't expect him to. Even if he has Bulk Up, Xerneas still prevails. Yeah. I want to keep this Sucker Punch. What? Rocks Tomb. Trying to think. Rock Tomb. I think my Xerneas can 1v1 Cloyster. And Xerneas can beat everything else. Just thinking what would be... Like, what would I be fearing here? I want to keep my Sun in case I want to check anything. I'm just going to go to Xerneas. I don't see what he could do. Unless it's his Sash as well. I shouldn't even take half. If he's Sash Endeavor, that could suck actually. Sprockton, where do you fit Endeavor though? Because he needs CC and I'm assuming he'd have close combats. Maybe expecting an Yveltal pivot. If he's Sash, there's just nowhere you could fit Endeavor though. So I'm just going to rest. Yeah. And I'll Sleep Talk. This is pretty high reward. I mean, if I get either Aromatherapy or Moonblast, I'm Gucci. I guess I'd have to get Moonblast on the other one, but he goes hard Weavile, expecting me to be just rest. So this might just pay off. Nice. Nice. We already established the Weavile is an issue. So this is actually a pretty dangerous turn if he gets the Swords Dance off and I don't get another Moonblast. But Xerneas will get it though. Yeah. Xerneas is not playing with these guys. And he's gonna forfeit now. No way. Moonblast is an option, bro. I don't know why he went hard Cloyster. Now you're definitely throwing. Unless you're Sash as well. But as I said, my Xerneas is max Fizz. So your boy is eating. I'm curious how well he'll eat though. Yeah, Dumwell. That sounds like somebody's last name. Mr. Dumwell. That'd be a fucked up last name though. Mr. Dumwell, I'd like to see you in my office. I'm not even gonna give him the peak. I'm gonna give him that face. Oh shit, guys! These guys be killing me sometimes. I could Iron Head hard, but even if he goes Marshot, I won't do shit. So I have the Kyogre lock itself into a move, and it's a done deal. But depending on what the Weavile, I know Triple Axle wouldn't kill me for a Sash, because Triple Axle is what base, especially if Cloyster's. If Cloyster's +2 Icicle Spear came nowhere close. So he's smart enough to go to the Marsh, but as I said, what did I say? I'm thinking I want him to Ice Beam lock. If he were to freeze everyone, max with F. I'm thinking the worst case scenario where he would manage to freeze. Let's just go Yveltal here. Little sucker. If he has Shadow, he can go for it. Doesn't matter. My Xerneas gets to heal. Cause Spectral Thief did like less than 30. Spectral Thief did. He didn't even. He did 27. Yeah, and I'm at well above that. Your boy's at 32. Eating those. But As I said, the Weavile would not have slept. Definitely would have gotten a lot of damage. And if I just pulled aromatherapy, it would have been the same situation. He didn't know I had aromatherapy, so he probably is thinking, oh, he had like Calm Mind or something. And if he pulled anything but Moonblast, but I actually had a 2. He would have been lucky if I pulled Sleep Talk, because Moonblast and aromatherapy. Aromatherapy, I was doing better on the first try. On the second one, I would have been woken up anyway, so it doesn't matter. But you can notice I learned from the sash spam from the first guy, and then applied it to my game plan. So remember the 3 pillars, guys: knowledge, skill, and awareness. So my knowledge base from having that experience expanded. So because my knowledge base expanded, my awareness expanded. And you can only apply skill to things you're aware of. So because I was now aware that sash spam was something to look out for, I now applied different skills to solve the problem. And solve it I did. So that Weavile got bodied. No damage taken. Very Groudon weak, except for the Marshadow, but super Groudon weak. Holy. Ooh-wee. And what's up with Weavile, bro? I'm getting my rocks up, man. I'm not tired of y'all. Especially because the Crossmaze could not be more useless in a matchup. Heatran's actually an issue. It's just funny to me. Like, it's actually a genuine issue. If it's on Balloon, then it has no recovery, which means it's less so. But it's a genuine issue. Good for you, Heatran. Other than that, I'd say the young Zern Yveltal Thingamajigger core, plus the Groudon in the back, plus Bandit BBs should do the trick. So phase 1 is going to be seeing what this Heatran is about. Yeah, so phase 1 Ho-Oh is destructive. It's just absolutely a destructive force of destructive force of imagine. Weavile's a really, really tough lead for him. If it's Swords Dance, then I mean, we've been here before. It's a risky play. It's a very risky play if you Swords Dance, considering if I Sacred Fire Burn, you get nothing out of the turn. I don't know what modern Ho-Oh are running. I don't know if Choice Band is like the set of kings or whatever. Good reason I say that is if he feels like it's not, then it feel pretty comfortable going into his Heatran here. Beat up. Okay. So he probably SD in. Okay. Let's go hard to the Zerny. Just let Zerny do what it does, even if he Swords Dances. So it does beat up again, which is great. Drive literally did 30%. That's embarrassing. People forget how heavy Xerneas' HP is. Like, that's some heavy HP. Marshadow. Unless you are, well, Poltergeist can't even affect me. I was gonna say, unless you're Life Orb, you can't even 2-hit KO me. What's up with these Sash goons, bro? I made a promise my niggas gonna ball. Out in the pain, name my name is on wall. I would have stayed in there and rested. I do want my Xerneas alive because that Zygarde could be issue-ish. So I can get my rest off on Heatran most likely, or Ferrothorn, which I'm likely debating. I suckered there because I figured he would leave it in, just based on the fact that this guy sent it in on a Xerneas. He goes hard to the Zygarde though, which is an issue. In a whirlwind, I'm pretty sure he's gonna feel comfortable either subbing or I know 1,000 Arrows won't kill because Zygarde's such trash. So that's actually a really big deal just now. I'm gonna go Eternatus first, and you're like, Jam, why don't you just go hard Yveltal? If he doubles back to that Zygarde, it's an issue. If he Shell Smashes, he Shadow Balls hard, which is wise because you're not like, this was never gonna be the issue to begin with because I have a whole Yveltal. So he opts for Heatran and it is on the balloon. So we're gonna gotta break the balloon first. I need my Xerneas rested. rested and relieved. If he has earth power, this is gonna be a bitch. Flame charges. He may still have it. Oh, he won't kill me. Oh, I didn't even do half. Yeah, I'm about to stall those. We finna stall those. We finna stall those. Yeah, I'm gonna go to Ho and get my regen as well, so I can phase out his Zygarde again until he gets Critter Spidef drop. So how many Earth bars he has? He has 3 left. I might just stall him out. No, let's get this young regen right now. Yeah, now I'm in range. That's how we do it, young men, ladies and gents. Oh, your flamethrower is all you got, Brody. Oh, where's this guy on the ladder? Okay, makes sense. If a flamethrower is all you got, we need better game plans, my boy. We need more in-depth objectives. So now, really at this point, this Eternatus is unstoppable. Yeah. Harden the paint. My name is John Wall. So I'll take my little 20% and go. I'll take a 21 on this. Nice, got a 20. I'm just healing because, you know, why not? He might have Rogue Dragon Pulse. I don't know what his other move is. Maybe Stone Edge. It couldn't be Stone Edge. He flamethrower my maybe Flash Cannon. Flash Cannon makes sense. No, he would have used it. Why'd he be flamethrowing? I know the Ferrothorn. Maybe my Jarball though. I'll say I know the Ferrothorn was my setup fodder. Elite Seeds. Okay, so he's definitely seeding again. So I went Xerneas there, healed, and then switched back out. So that. Hold on. And that marks the promise equal video. It's like, what is that? Oh, okay. That's my phone. You know what? I love y'all. I love y'all to death, man. So I'm gonna go for an hour, or push it a bit more. So we'll see. All right, y'all. All right. Okay. It's Dracovish. And another one of these things. We ran into what, 3 Weaviles in a row now, 2 Teapots. 2 Ferrothorns. I haven't seen a Galarian damn Darm in so long. Then Dragapult. Dragapult is low-key a threat. Rocks plus more so rocks that Darm can't do as it pleases and break any potential sashes, and the Veltal should go a long way in this one. Ho as well. Ho as well. But again, rocks plus Ho. I could start with Ho, but if he's like, it'll give him a little too much control if he plays things right, like leads Darm, U-turns on my Necrozma, gets the damage, goes Dracovish, and then just blows away my Eternatus with a Dragon move. Then I'm in trouble because he tries to Fishious Run. So I think phase 1 rocks is best case. This Poltergeist, even if his Shadow Ball is hard, is no factor. If he tries to Shell Smash hard, I got the Young Vel in the back, max speed. Just gonna go for this. I mean, he's obviously Sash. Well, I'll knock in case he tries to Shell Smash again. I don't know what to expect. Yeah. I think these things learn. Knockoff is always going to be my play. He can't never kill me. I could Sucker, but as I said, I think these learn. Well, even if he learns Strength Sap, there's just no way he's not going to die to a Sucker Punch after that. So he's probably going to forfeit in disappointment and rage. No. So there goes my. Let me think. If he belly drums. If he's belly drum that other one, that would only matter if he has sub 2. If he belly drums, he'd have Icicle Crash, and I could lose if he belly drums. I guess I can deal with Dragapult with Xerneas. I'm actually not gonna let him potentially belly drum. So I know that was just seems like a horrible play, but I can easily win without doing all that. We're gonna be able to ho here and start wrapping this up. Because of Ferrothorn. Okay, it's Dracovish. Okay. What the fuck did I just have in? He went. Okay. Crits me there. So he's not Scarf. I mean, he is Scarf. Or he's not. I mean, he's not Banded. That's what I meant to say. So, the positioning of my Eternate is. Because that Darm may be. The same, may be Banded. But, this could be Boots. I don't know. But once that Ferrothorn goes away, Zern should just clean this up as he outs for Ferrothorn. I see you. I see you, cousin. I really should have went to Groudon there. And I shall Sacred Fire hard. I'm actually not going to predict. He does go hard Draco, which I didn't expect. I don't think that was a good play. Him Roxing up on my hoe is a big deal. Because I don't have Defog anymore. But I'll Toxic in case the Clef is unaware, which I think it may be unaware Boots. If it's guard, then whatever. It doesn't really matter. What am I risking here? Everything is Toxicable except the Ferrothorn. I don't know why he'd go to the Ferrothorn. It's a very odd decision. Yes, it's very odd. Like, very odd decisions here. So I'm guessing him catching me off guard with the Darm was just like some random decision. Because from what he's doing now, it doesn't seem to have much of a purpose to double the Darm there. So let's say you try to catch Ho. That's assuming. Well, I guess you gotta hope and pray that I don't have Mystical Fire. I don't know why I wouldn't. So let's see here. The Eternate is a devastating beast to behold. Well, Necrozma eats 2 Shadow Balls if that's what he has to go for. Didn't know what because he could have been like. So now I've seen darts, which means Phantom Force is the only sort of option there, and I'll just eat that because I'm a Xerneas with max defense. Not gonna take it well. It's gonna do probably 40 something because it is a Life Orb Phantom Force. But at the very least, I get rid of him for sure. I thought about going hard Xerneas on it, but if he was like Spec Shadow Ball, 33, that's embarrassing. I mean, Weave's Poison Jab did do 30, but holy shit, that's still embarrassing. So Dracovish is doing negative damage right now. Plus, I don't need the Zern, so I'll just rest it off and position my Eternatus for success. Do I have any status? No. So let's not even waste the time. GG. So Groudon obviously prevailed. Even if he Frishier's Rend is burnt and it's in the sun. Yeah, Groudon's finna eat your lunch, man. But let's drop it at 48 minutes. 48 minutes just should be a sound amount of time. Should be a sound amount of time. Look at me finding another battle, even though I said that. That's just how much love I got for y'all, man. Okay. So this is the ban the boy, please. So 1603, excellent. This is what I've been waiting on. This is the show y'all have been waiting on. So let me actually think this through. Veltal's core purpose. Veltal in conjunction with Necrozma can only be superseded by Groudon and Kyogre. The old Hoenn. We meet again. But what can he guard against? Can't guard against Banded Ho at all. Doesn't guard amazingly versus a Veltal, but it's such a defensive stronghold that I can't easily even bring it in. So I want to be careful around that. Doesn't guard amazingly versus Xerneas either, but he has some pretty reliable answers to that. The fact that he turned battle timers off probably means he recognizes me, because he looks like he wants the battle to continue. Necrozma. Okay. So my Groudon and my Ho are unguardable. It's just a question of what. You should know Groudon is a big issue to me. So phase 1 is going to be my Groudon. Potentially, let's see which one wins the war. This is a really poor decision on my part, because he gets the Ice Beam here. If he does, he does. He scalds though. This might not be. It's definitely not Specs. So I'm not dealing with Specs. Okay, that's probably why he did it like that. And that's why it's slower. So Specs maybe Monoscald. Not Monoscald, what am I saying? If that's the case, what? Potential Scald again. Yeah, I'm not sure what to expect here. Let's just Depulse first to see what his item is. Thunderwave, okay. I mean, it's not great. But I'll live. I'd opt for Depulse again, okay. Because I figured the neck would come out eventually. Just don't think he wants Rocks Up either. So he Steel Strikes, meaning he wants my Veltal. I mean, he wants my Eternatus damaged. It's very interesting. Very interesting indeed. So I'm just definitely for Groudon. Okay, so now the Air Balloon. I guess Groudon becomes enough of a threat in the tier where Air Balloon, Xerneas max defense is like warranted. You never heat crashes here. But I want to go hard Xern, because like I'm thinking now, man, if I didn't have Air Balloon on this, this would suck this turn. Yeah, I get to Moonblast. So if this isn't, I don't know why he allowed me to hit his Groudon here. It's just a toxic. So we're gonna Aromatherapy here and like Crush Dreams. I forgot about the healing properties. It just doesn't make sense to throw away your Groudon here. You're clearly defensive. You're not doing anything to me, I'd imagine. Okay, so he was just gonna say maybe this guy is not built for this level of play. Because he was just gonna give me his Groudon to knock me off my Air Balloon, for which he has no purpose. So very, very, very odd decision making there, and this isn't lefties, and it's not interesting. It could be policy. If it is, I can't really play around with this. If it Dragon Dances on my Necrozma coming up, say Swords Dances, and I'll take his life right now. Swords Dance there, you're not booster. That's a really poor decision. Especially if you're a Scald, their Scald T-Wave. She turns his infinite walls. Unless you're a rest, in which case I'll just get my Groudon and on the turn you rest. So I'll Mystical Fire so that you're not getting a ton of boosts, and I'll stall out all your HP. You're gonna rest eventually. I know you must have it, otherwise this doesn't make any sense as a sequence of decisions. And you don't have Sleep Talk. So let me think, 25%. You never Scald. Scald Thunder Wave. Thinking about the how much HP I'd gain and lose. So I'd go hard Ho-Oh here. If he is, yeah, so he rests there. And let's just take lives. I was gonna go for Whirlwind there, but can't guard against flying. Why not? So I lose a lot of health there, which I did not want. Especially because I could defog, but it's getting to the point where I think Yveltal will just win the game. If I can, I have to force him to give me this Eternatus. And I'll have to do that with Groudon, because I know he wants, he could switch. I'll stone it. I mean, if he recovers, I'll press blades. I mean, I think this Yveltal is a really risky play. Recover just doesn't make any sense, though. You're always toxic. Both can miss. You're always toxic or attack or... Okay, so he's sacking the Kyogre. Fair enough. It's rested. Can't do anything. He's smart to keep the Eternatus, though. He realizes I'm going to put pressure where you can't keep the Eternatus alive. Now, what's interesting is... I'll go for 2 versus trying to... Because I know he's going to try to toxic me here. Not try to. He's going to toxic me. He crashed 40. He's not going to do shit. He already has rocks up. I'll just get another hit off on myself. Which I'd rather keep my health, if I'm honest. I'll let him go, Vel. I could have heat crashed for the little bit of health, but it's just a defensive Yveltal. There's no pivot he can make. Like Xerneas, I mean, Groudon didn't make sense because I was already confirmed faster than you, so that doesn't solve anything. Goes to Eternatus, Black Sludge Pressure. I mean, I doubt he has a poison move on a Black Sludge Pressure set. That'd be quite surprising, because I'd really just like to keep all I can do is just go hard Necrozma here. If he recovers, I mean, I get to Thunder Wave here freely. Yeah, Thunder Wave is superior. Okay, did not expect that, but I don't know what he's gonna do. Substitute recover. Okay, so I break this. Okay, so I doubt a poison move is his other move. I'm gonna Thunder Wave again, and I'll just go to my Xerneas and heal. So rocks here. That's a Dynamax cannon. So I'm guessing it's sub-toxic or something like that. Just Thunder Wave again here. There's the Vel. So let's clear the Vel, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what he has. So I figured they just love. So let's see if Xerneas says no. Yeah, it said no. Sorry, bro. It said no, bro. You know when it says no, it means it. So this is pesky. This is some pesky shit. Let me see. He's at 60. How much does he get back? 58. Is this why this shit was trying to get banned? Because this is some pesky shit. I'm trying to think. Because he fully paralyzed my Eternatus, I can't even comfortably go to anything like that. Because I could pivot around because he can't boost. Actually, I'm going to do that. Actually, he can boost. He might be able to boost. So Sub-Leech Seed. It could be Nasty Plot. How much am I losing per turn? So I'm at 76. I'm losing quite a bit. He's losing only 2%. I'm just concerned about what his other move is. If it's a boosting move. So I'll do his Groudon here. He crashes. A boosting move then. So boosting move then, so be it. So I get to go Yveltal. We just pivot back and forth and stall out the Leech Seeds. Yeah, because we're just going to Roost. We'll knock. It's Taunt. Okay. Alright then. That's actually really good to see. Because I got this Pidef drop. He has to just keep playing the games. We'll just recover here. Leech Seeds, but I stall Leech Seed, yeah. Go back to Vel. Because he only has Astral Barrage, which is dropped. Now, if it wasn't dropped, you'd have a case here. But Xerneas came through. Man, this would be annoying as hell. Wow. Like, what is this shit right here, boy? What is this shit right here, boy? So we go Eternatus to stall out the Leech Seed. So he only has 9 left. As he pivots to his Vel, we go Xerneas. And we Sleep Talk here. If he gets the Calyrex again. But now I'll have the Aromatherapy potentially. So Aromatherapy here. See what he goes for. I just don't think he can touch me. I'll rest again. Yeah, I figured Toxic. And I've shown Sleep Talks. If you go Calyrex and I pull anything half decent, you're blown. Didn't pull anything half decent. If I pull anything half decent here, you're blown. Well, Moonblast would do. So Aromatherapy. So back to Vel. I go. Now that he has he doesn't have the boost, it's a little less amazing for us. But so let's see, Leech Seed. Yes. So if he were to Astral Barrage this turn, no, it doesn't matter. Because all I'll do is, because I'll see 80 something, I'm at 51. Yeah. Astral Barrage did 20. Actually, it did more than I expected. It's actually not the play, but I come. Because it did a little more than I accounted for. So I didn't look at the damage output there. So now it's like really close. I figured it'd never 2-hit KO, but it got a little too close. Oh, right, he showed Taunt. Duh, Jam. I completely blanked on the fact that he showed Taunt. I might have just threw here. So Astral Barrage plus. Now I had to play the mind games. Yeah, I should have knocked there. If I knocked there, it was yeah, knock was no drawback. Even if he Astral Barrage again. No, knock had drawback. It was the turn that messed me up was the turn that I didn't anticipate the taunt. So the 51%, like right there, was where I messed up. It's not like the end of the world, but I just made this a lot harder for myself for no reason. Yeah, I just made this a lot harder for myself for no reason. But this set is freaking devastating, bro. So now my play is to dart Dragon Pulse. I didn't think he'd Leech Seed, because if you waste a Leech Seed, you only have 4 more. If he Astral Barrages this turn, this would be a good turn to Astral Barrage though. It'd also be a good turn to sub. The taunt, bro. Like, what the fuck? I completely forgot about the taunt. The taunt is some devastating shit. I've shown all my moves, so to get Toxic here would be non-wavy. But for him to get a boost without me being behind a sub would be pretty bad for us. Yeah. So he does sub. Question is, does he Astral Barrage here? Does he taunt? Taunt would be too, like, if I Moonblast and he taunts, that would put him in a horrible spot. If he Leech Seeds and if he Leech Seed and I taunted. So let me think, if I Astral Barrage, he has 6 left. He has to be careful how many of them he has too. And I gotta be careful how many. Give me some good Xerneas. Give me the worst fucking case scenario. So Astral Barrage. Yeah, I have to stall a bit. He taunts. good play. So let me think would it make sense to lead seed again here? Because you waste your last lead seed. No. Can barrage. Then he'd only have one left. So he needs to leech seed this turn. So I sack Xerneas on the, yeah. And I go Eternatus. I made this so much harder for myself for no reason. I could have went Veltal there that turn actually. Veltal would have been better. I just go Veltal and knock. And you know it doesn't have any moves left. But his Veltal could, like, if I'm not careful, like, he could just stall me, you know. So offer neck, which is not as useful, right? He gets the one Astral Barrage. So if I go Eternatus, no, he could only Astral Barrage kill me. So let me think. If I Thunder Wave and he subs, he can taunt. Yeah. Yeah. And now you can't leech seed. You can sub. I gotta be, again, mindful of who I say. So he has one leech seed left and one Astral Barrage. So now he has to pick one. And I don't think Necrozma is who he wants to use it on. So he leech seed. He uses his last leech seed. So he only has Astral Barrage left. So if I let him Astral Barrage, my Eternatus, I just really don't want to put it on Groudon. I just really don't want to put it on Groudon when it comes down to it. I could try to put it on my Eternatus. I just don't know the other guy's speed tier. So that's all his Astral Barrage is. So now I go to Groudon and get my leftovers. So we Precipice. Yeah, Stone Edge is the play here. Okay, now we Heat Crash. Yeah. Because what I'm doing here is, let me think. The worst case would be Eternatus getting a free switch in. Eternatus getting a free switch in. Veltal shouldn't be able to touch me. Yeah, that's gonna be a doozy of an end game because I have to hit so many moves. So I don't think I played this end game. I mean, don't think. I'll definitely lose now. So I think Stone Edge would have killed him there because I am at max attack. But I think I still would have lost because the Eternatus outspeed. So I did not respect the taunt and played my Veltal very poorly. So what I should have done was just double back and forth. So this was a good learning lesson. I didn't play this one well at all. Completely blanked on the taunt. And he taunted me on the perfect turn. But yeah, I did not expect for it to even be possible to lose to the Calyrex, because I faced that set. Well, I didn't face taunt. It was like some other shit. So I've never faced a taunt version before. But as I mentioned like earlier, one of those things you add to your knowledge bank. So in a case like that, I'd have to have saved my ho-oh a little more, and I'd have to control the hazards. Like it, basically, had I just had the switching capability where I could just switch around, no hazards up, I could have easily stalled him out. Just switch to hold and switch to Veltal and switch to, you know. But because you only have so many Astral Barrages, you only have 8. So between switching to Veltal on the lead sheet, boom, 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 stall, I'd have been able to defeat that. But the skills that I employed to beat this one was not effective, and thus your boy lost. So learning lessons there. And shout outs to Shuriken for the fire team, bros. Ubers is back. I think the other tier has the other Ubers has what's it called? It says Arceus is back and all that, so I might try that out. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.